Did Elimination Chamber save the road to WrestleMania? No. Not in a bad way, but like outside the last 5 minutes of the main event, the status quo does not change. The only way you can argue might have changed outside the main event is the women's chamber. Let's talk about it. A good match. It's very enjoyable. I'll say that first. The entrances for both chambers felt like forever. Like, especially the men's for like 30 minutes, the women's for like 20. I'm like, yo, what's happening? I get it. Is what, 6 superstars that you got to get entrances for, but like 20 minutes to get that done is kind of nuts. I'm not gonna hold you. And the match felt short, quick, fast paced. I enjoyed it. Keon had a nice little showcase, nice little spot. She's beating up Asuka into the pod, banging her head into the glass. Raquel looked phenomenal this match. Like, oh my gosh, she had a dominant performance. She put Keanu through a pod. She pulled a Roman Reigns, stack him and pin him like he did at WrestleMania 37, 36, 30. The one, Daniel Bryan Edge, that one. That was a nice little moment. She got eliminated. And when she got eliminated, she got the crowd booed. Like, that's how over she was. That was surprising. Hopefully, fingers crossed, she gets added into the women's match with Stephanie and Liv. I think you pulled the trigger on that. Does she win? That's a story for a different day. But I do think it should at least put her in the match. And then Rhea won. I think my prediction was Tiffany. But after last night's SmackDown, when she dropped the tag titles, I think everyone kind of went, yeah, she's probably winning, isn't she? And she won. We get a new, fresh matchup. Jay does do well against powerhouses, I will say that. And Rhea is one. And my only concern is, one, what is the storyline like going to be for this? I don't really know how that's going to work. And two, what does Io do? Does she stay on Raw and she, does something else? Does she go to SmackDown with her and be added into this match, make it a triple threat? Do you make it fight Julia? I don't know. We'll see. But, got a new fresh matchup. Can't complain. And this is Jade Cargill's time to show what she's about. If she flops, if she fails, that's it. Yeah, like this reign has already been bad. If you fail during this feud, time to take a little break on that. But, solid match. Nothing crazy. AJ Lee, Becky Lynch. See, this is the most disappointing match for me. And not because I didn't like the match. I think the match itself was fine. It was cool. It's just Becky Lynch spent like the majority of this match trying to cheat. And I'm like, Becky, you are pound for pound the best wrestler in the entire roster. Right? You're within the top 5, top 10. You're not past that. But you spent the majority of this match trying to cheat. Like, I get it, you're a heel, do heel things, I get it. But like, come on now. Like, this whole feud, you've been like I want serious Becky versus serious AJ Lee. It's been more comedic and jokey and, heely, and it's like, I don't hate it. I don't hate this feud. I don't hate this match. It's just, I just want to see serious Becky. That's it. I just want to see serious Becky, because you're very well capable of being very serious and show us AJ Lee. Like, you don't have to, do this. But they most likely run it back at Mania. AJ Lee won, which was cool. She had a nice little moment with CM Punk. That was cute. That was awesome. Most likely going to be either a fatal 4-way with Maxine and Natalia being added, or like a gimmick match next time. It is what it is. 8 weeks. Eesh. Eesh. Punk versus Balor. We know the answer. Come on. They tried their hardest to make Finn Balor look like he's gonna do something. He wasn't gonna win. I think they should have just saved the Roman Punk promo to Raw this week, so there's at least some intrigue. But nah, like, once that happened, it was like, yeah, he ain't winning. This is just a time filler, a gap stopper. He's not meant to do anything. He's just there to give him something to do. It is what it is. The mystery crate. What in the Scooby-Doo and the Legend of Vampire thing is this? Like, what is that? The crowd cheered. They were like, "Oh, Danhausen, that's cool, I guess." And then we're like, "Wait, Danhausen? Boo! Well, what is this?" It was so funny. It's like no matter what was in that box or crate, people are going to boo no matter what. Whether it was Danhausen, whether it's an ad or the Andre the Giant Battle Royal or Chris Jericho or whatever, he was going to get booed. He was going to get booed. But like, my God, they set that man up for failure. So whether he's on Raw or SmackDown, we ain't going off to Jesus Christ. We ain't off to a good start. Let's put it that way. And then the men's chamber. Look, I am hoping and praying that everything that Logan Paul was doing was meant for Bronson Reed. Because if not, because my God, 3 eliminations. Now, granted, he stole one from Cody, and then he low blowed LA Knight. But the Javon one was very unnecessary. And it's just, this whole entire men's chamber felt like something was missing. You know, it was just okay. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, is him fighting him? It was just, it's okay, you know. But the last 5 or so minutes, clap it up. That was great. You had the masked man come out. It's like, oh, he's climbing up the cage. He gets, taken away by security. He gets revealed, some random dude. But then another one comes in. He attacks Logan Paul, gets him eliminated. He gets revealed. It was Seth Rollins. Shout out to that. Great. Phenomenal. I'm glad that story's over. No more masked men. That's it. That's it. Like, no, 2026 masked men storylines. That's it. No more. we can end the mystery storyline. Let's get it as like normal storylines now. Okay. But that's probably the match at Mania. Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. Again, I think this is what the third time they're doing that. I think third. It's not the second or third, but yeah, we definitely did this match before. But yeah, that was cool. But to my surprise, and I'm glad this happened, because if not, this video would be very negative. Randy won. Right, Drew comes out. He hits Cody. Then Drew gets jumped by the both of them. Randy said, "I come here," and then RKO'd him. It was over. Pinned Cody 1, 2, 3. Randy won the chamber. Love to see it. Thank you. They pulled somewhat of a swerve, and I'm so glad they did it, because oh my God, if they had all the predictable winners win, oh my God, I would have been horrible. But they did do something different. I'll give them credit for that. We're most likely getting a fatal 4-way, because Drew was fighting everybody. I would not be surprised. It's like a 20-man battle royal at WrestleMania at this point. You got obviously Drew. You got Cody's gonna be involved in some form or fashion. Jake was gonna get his, and now we have Randy, right? So we have like 4 guaranteed. Now you can add a Trick in there if you want to. You can add Sammy in there if you want to. You know, you could make it. It could be a 6-man if you want, or it could be those 4. Either or, I'm here for it. Glad we got it, because those last 5 minutes saved the match. It did. It really saved the match, and you can argue saved the pay-per-view, because if that whole 5 minutes didn't happen, it was just a normal traditional, no shenanigans, no nothing. Yeah, this would have been a really, really bad way to kick off the road to WrestleMania. Well, to finish the road to WrestleMania, but they didn't. Clap in half. Shout out WWE. But like I said earlier, it's just like, besides that, like, nothing really changed. You know, nothing changed. Like, I'm glad Tiffany didn't win the women's chamber. I'm glad. But like, other than that, it's just, you know, they're going to run back the H-Lee match anyway. I don't know why they did it here. I guess for that nice little moment. So sure, Punk versus Balor was just a filler match. the mystery crate was going to be disappointing no matter what. It's just, you know, at least we had some nice showcases by the young talent. That's, well, I wouldn't call Raquel young talent, but, you know, a nice little showcase for some people. And that's really about it. Just say, hey, I'm really good at what I do. That was cool, I guess. Just like the Rumble, you know, it played its role, I guess. But update, they just announced Cody versus Drew for this Friday, and we're getting one of two things. One, Jacob getting a DQ, right? We're gonna end up getting a DQ with Jacob, and then, you know, we still end up with the fatal 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, whatever we want to do, right? Or just pull the trigger, give it to Cody, which would suck, right? Because Drew literally didn't defend the thing once. that would low-key be terrible. But give it to Cody, and then do Cody versus Randy and get that over with. Because my God, they have been teasing that for years. For a long time, they've been teasing this. So either way, whether it's Cody versus Randy or the 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, whatever you want to do, I'm for it. That's it. Bye. Yeah, the road to WrestleMania is somewhat better, I guess, on a technicality, but it's not groundbreaking. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is the road to WrestleMania cooked, or is it back? Let me know in the comments.